would be somebody who would be different. I think you see that I've been recognized nationally as being somebody who would be different, who would be a leader, who could be somebody like a Paul Ryan.
And of course that, 6-year-old video of Ron DeSantis, Trump bleeded that out with, wow, oh my God, you got him. He said he wanted to be like Paul Ryan. At that point, of course, for Ron DeSantis, I'm sure that seemed like a good call to make. Paul Ryan was an up and comer. He was a young gun and everything. His stock in the Republican Party has, of course, fallen in recent years. So Donald Trump is clearly, not just him personally, but his army of online weirdos are looking everywhere for old footage of Ron DeSantis, and they're finding some stuff. They found that. They found a video of Ron DeSantis talking about how we need to support Ukraine more vigorously. This is prior to the invasion. This is from way back, but they're looking for stuff, and so the low blows are coming. But right now, it's just in one direction. They're standing at each other. Ron DeSantis is trying to look stoic as Donald Trump repeatedly kicks him in the nads. And the video is one thing. The constant bleats, it's really something more. We've moved beyond just the Ron DeSanctimonious. He's getting kind of vicious. Here's what he bleated. Remember, I was 233 to 20 in the midterms and got 1.2 million votes more than Ron DeSanctimonious in the great state of Florida. Also 12 million more votes in 2020 than in 2016 and won. So I think there he means that he won the state of Florida, which is technically true, but in an election that he lost, which is technically pathetic. But he's talking there about like, don't worry, I'm still cool, people like me. Those like 20 losses were like Senate seats though. You lost the important ones, you doofus. But that's nothing. He moves on and says, thank you. The real Ron is a rhino globalist who closed quickly down Florida, great grammar, and even its beaches. Oh dear God, no. Loved the vaccines and wasted big money on testing. How quickly people forget. So that is basically my entire experience of the last couple of years is summed up in that tweet. So first of all, the closed quickly down Florida, Jesus, like AI chatbots can't take over fast enough. But he loved the vaccines, who Trump himself has spent the last 2 years saying, I should get credit for it. Now it's DeSantis who loves them. And he wasted money on testing. Florida lost tens of thousands of people more than it had any objective need to in the pandemic if they had decided to take it seriously. Ron DeSantis did that for you, Maka. He offered up a mountain of corpses that he sacrificed so that you would love him more. And now he's being attacked on that from Donald Trump, who occasionally did something good on the pandemic, like allowing vaccines to exist. But beyond that, I mean, he was the guy talking about needing to slow down the testing and all that. They're both terrible on this, and now they're fighting to prove to their base which was most terrible, which was more bloodthirsty when it came to their own base.
This is going to be one of the most annoying and entertaining primaries if Ron DeSantis actually does run. I guess we still have to say that because there's going to be stupidity being said both ways. There's going to be so many confusing points because again, they both were on the same side with so many different things, and now they have to find a way to separate themselves based off of the craziness that they both enjoy. Because Ron DeSantis was mini Trump. He openly said it. It was in that ad. I'm little Trump. I'm just like him. Yes, I love everything he does. They're gonna run that video. They're gonna run the hand gestures. They're gonna run the speeches. They're gonna run the way he says China. All these things, they're gonna talk about it. And Ron DeSantis is gonna have to find a way to differentiate himself from that person that he created. Who knows who Ron DeSantis is? Maybe his name is George Santos. I don't know, because he's trying and reinvent himself yet again politically so he can get to this point. Because Donald Trump is gonna point out all those things, the support he gave him, the wins that he had, which kind of, in my opinion, don't mean much now. It's a different stage, it's a different office that they're gonna be running against each other for. But now they need to find some way to separate themselves, and it's gonna get really stupid, some of the points they make.
100%, yeah. Imagine like that's at the end of the day, that's the plan for George Santos. If he has to leave Congress, he's gonna show up at the governor's mansion in Florida and be like, I'm George DeSantos, let me in. It's worked before, don't count him out. Yes, and the like we know that there's obviously a huge split between the left and the right or whatever, but like that you would have one side frustrated that we didn't do more to save lives, and the other side fighting to argue who gave up first is so sick.